every day. Perhaps for Saturday night against Cairns, what are you expecting from tonight?
Definitely a hostile crowd, as always, up in Cairns. I think they'll definitely bring a lot of energy, having been their second game at home. They got their first win at home. Definitely have to match their intensity. Um, they're well drilled, got some great athletes, and we have to match it from the jump.
How are you feeling now? Are you feeling settled? A bit of a rough start now. You're back on track. You're starting to see the things you want to see?
It's up and down, right? Like I've always said, the first 4 to 6 weeks is going to be it's the learning and the growth process that takes place with any team. While you saw 5 games in the preseason, they were very quick. There wasn't a lot of downtime, so trying to make the most of every opportunity that we get on the floor, as you see today, and then put things in place so that we can be great when the game counts.
Do you feel a bit more relaxed? You start with 2 losses, I suppose some doubt might creep into the mind of yourself and players,
No.
but 2 wins, you probably feel a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more relaxed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that the players are. For me, it's a natural process of being a professional athlete and playing, and in sports we can put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and as you know, social media does that anyway without you, when they don't do it in their day jobs as much. But for me, no, but it's the process behind it of making sure that they're doing the right things, because I'm okay with the process of when you do things the right way, you don't always get that win, and we've seen it in many times and many different examples throughout the NBL, and this is no different. And with new coaches, new players, that takes time.
And Dusty had a kind of rough start, but has been awesome the last 2 games. How have you found, I guess, him in the locker room, but also him on the floor and seeing him hit big shots?
We were spending a little bit more time of him understanding the league. There's a lot that goes on to the NBL that a lot of people take for granted, and when imports come here, they're normally, while you're a big ticket, you also can get exposed to a lot of different things that you're not great at and that you need to improve on. And the things that you're good at, we need to make sure that the whole, just the league, but the world gets to see that too on display. So he's been willing to put in that work, and while he might have been frustrated on how he's played, he's also welcoming him to a new environment. And that was the first time he played in all these buildings. And so there's an element behind it that and a process that his teammates need to help him with, and as I do as well.
He was pretty fired up after the win. Do you like seeing that for your players? Because, I mean, it's a good win. One of your players is finding his touch and he's fired up. Is that, you welcome that kind of...
Love it. I was one of those players that love to get the crowd involved and understand the situation and what type of player I am. And we have a great group, and he complements that group very well. I would like for him to ease on his swearing, as we know that this is a family game. And while it's encouraging, I told him, I said, you're doing a lot of good things, and I'm here to work with you and help you in all facets to improve your game and to help us be successful. But the first thing he needs to clean up is that.
That's good. Breakers, do you look back, a win's a win, but do you look back as a positive that you can do what you did in the second half, or a negative that the first half was what it was?
It's a positive that we can bounce back. Our players have it in them. The negative was it didn't happen from the jump, and I expected that, and the Adelaide fans expect that. They're used to seeing that in the past and playing up and seeing that feistiness and that hunger. And when you do that, you get rewarded by the fans, loving to support their team and wanting to be there. I get that Adelaide's seen a lot of promising teams in the past, but this is about now and this group, and I think our fans still don't know who they are, and we need to keep putting them in a space, not only on the floor, but in our community, to do those things and for them to know who they are as individuals as well.
You played in so many teams, you played so many championships.
Yep.
How long does it take such a new group to really gel and find each other?
Probably 10 weeks, if I'm being honest, but in saying that also tells a script of your season as well. So while you can change a few things and improve in little areas, our season is not the NBA. We don't play 82 games, so we don't have that sort of luxury in between things, and that's why every game is an opportunity to be successful and understand how we improve that very quickly.
Any update on Sunday with the timeline now? I know it's a little bit something to see.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're just getting closer?
To be honest, I don't think he'll be ready in time for this week, but that's still something that I'll flag with our strength and conditioning, our doctors and our basketball GM, in JVG. But as of right now, I don't see that happening. He's been great and upbeat, and while it's been promising, him around the group and encouraging seeing him on the floor do things at different times, I just don't think he'll be ready in time.
I feel like things will get a bit easier when he plays. He's such a good defender. It's probably just going to give everyone a little bit of a spring in their step at home.
He comes from the school of hard knocks. Mitch McCarron and him at Metro State, they play the right way. They both have won championships, and having that leadership, there's a reason why he's part of our leadership group. But he's also that character within a group that brings that spark and energy. And yes, we do miss it, but that's not going to be an excuse on why we don't get things done, or while we keep improving, we get that back in the future.
Speaking of, is it a hard knock, or is there something else there?
Yeah, it's a knock. If you go back and watch it, it's something that you don't wish upon anyone. As I told him after the game, I felt it for you. I'm glad that I don't have to go through it and do that recovery part to get back on the floor, because as you know, when you build up so much in the preseason to get in shape to play the season, that's a build back to get back on the court, and then expectations that we all have of him being good, he has even more in himself.